The hospital report leaked yesterday confirms our contention that the allegations leveled against me are baseless and politically motivated, and that the complainant is an outright liar working hand in glove with those in power to assassinate my character and attempt to derail the people's aspirations for transformational change in Malaysia. This report makes a mockery of the so-called impartial police investigations and clearly shows the dubious but persistent attempts to incriminate me by whatever means employable. How else can we fathom why the police, during the last 4 weeks of their thorough and professional investigations, have overlooked such a critical piece of evidence? I condemn in the strongest terms their negligence, dishonesty and recklessness in humiliating the nation by dragging us all through this vile and filthy charade. Our refusal to submit a DNA sample has been vindicated. The failure of the police to disclose this medical report all but confirms their intention to frame me. Although quite apparent even before yesterday, their desperate attempt to collect a new DNA sample is now even more clearly a last-ditch effort to build a case where none exists. The statement by Bar President Dato Seri in response to this latest development bears repeating. I quote, "The credibility of the Malaysian justice system as a whole is therefore at stake. The integrity of professionals, be they doctors or lawyers, must never be interfered with. The public must be left in no doubt that the criminal justice system in this country will not be misused or abused." Several weeks ago, I filed a police report implicating Musa Hassan and Gani Petaling in the conspiracy to fabricate and suppressing of evidence in my 1998 case. The ACA subsequently opened an inquiry into the matter. Given their current involvement as heads of the police and anti-general chambers and their early attempt to discredit and defame me, I persistently asserted that a fair investigation into this matter would be impossible, notwithstanding the dubious character of the complainant and his association with the Deputy Prime Minister, his wife, her staff, as well as key figures in the police department. I reiterate earlier calls to ensure the safety and the security of the doctor who authored this medical report. Reports that he and his family may be in danger must not be taken lightly, given earlier instances when key witnesses in high-profile cases in Malaysia have been threatened, coerced, or missing. My family, Aziza, and I have endured a great deal during the last month. Our fears of a repeat of the trauma and abuse inflicted upon us in 1998 were bearable only with the tremendous outpouring of support from our friends in Malaysia and throughout the world. We breathed a deep sigh of relief upon hearing of the report, and after seeing it with our own eyes, felt a great burden lifted from our shoulders. We remain eternally grateful to them for their belief in us and their commitment to the cause of freedom and justice in Malaysia. I also would like to note here the courage of those who were willing to leak this critical piece of information. I would appeal to many others, doctors in particular, to do what is right and just. I willingly cooperated in the police investigations, careless and vindictive though it has turned out to be. But I've decided that nation is in a grave situation economically and socially, and I can no longer be distracted by such nuisances. I am now determined to move ahead with the reform agenda which the Malaysian people endorsed in the last elections, and I do not intend to address these scurrilous accusations anymore. At a time when the world economy is spiraling into recession and Malaysia has struggled To remain competitive with its neighbors, this scandal was raised at the worst possible moment. The problem of inflation, unemployment, and investor confidence grew more serious by the day. The authorities, aided by senior ministers in the government, appear to be willfully dragging the nation's stature down in their last-ditch efforts to retain power. The international community has expressed its disdain for what economy. I call upon the government to rise above petty vindictiveness and maneuvering for power, and to be sincere, honest, and hence effective in its actions. The national good that for the moment now reposes in their hands demand nothing less. Terima kasih.
Dato Seri, is this it? Is it over?
Well, I'm a professional. I've always felt that I perform my job best in the courtroom, which is what I'm trained for. However, there has been an inexplicable campaign against lawyers and other professionals in this country who are merely doing their job according to their professional ethics. So it is time for all professionals to stand up and to be counted. And as a professional, my response to that very important question from you, sir, is that the official reaction is very curious. If investigations are honestly carried out, bona fide carried out, as they should be, then this medical report should be welcomed by the authorities. It makes their ultimate decision that much easier. No basis for criminal action against Dato Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Why this ministerial coyness? Why must you wait for the police? You didn't wait before this. You didn't wait when baying for the DNA, for Anwar to supply the DNA. You didn't wait before briefing foreign diplomats. If friendly foreign governments are not allowed to comment on politically motivated cases, then why brief their representatives? This is a clear case of double standards. Anwar, on the other hand, I must say the legal team's view is that his stand has been absolutely consistent, correct, and clear. His position is, I will not be fooled twice. I will not willingly provide DNA for you to plant at the alleged crime scene. I will not let you frame me again. My colleagues at the Sharia Bar will now vigorously pursue the qadhaf charges against those whom Dato Seri Anwar Ibrahim regards as lying, sinful, mercenary conspirators who have no regard for truth or religion. We call on the police to stop dragging their feet, give us the first information report, or tell us frankly that no such document exists. Admit there is no cogent evidence against Dato Seri Anwar Ibrahim. Hand up the investigation papers, the IP, to the Attorney General's chambers and frankly say, NFA, no further action. Restore the once proud reputation of the police. My initial comments were about the pressure that is being put on professionals. If media reports are true, we salute the brave doctor involved who has been put under tremendous pressure, according to reports, to falsify, to doctor documents, to make fiction fact. He has stood firm by his professional ethics and his religious obligations to speak the truth. We respect that, we salute him. Lawyers, doctors, and other professionals are vital for this country. For God's sake, let us do our job strictly according to our professional ethics and expertise, for the benefit of this country, for the benefit of truth, and for the benefit of all the people who live here, so that once again we Malaysians can lift our heads with pride and say, yes, we have a good justice system, yes, we have a good legal system, yes, we have a police force to be proud of. We do not wish to be associated with the likes of Zimbabwe, the likes of Burma. We as Malaysian professionals, as lawyers, have too much respect for our own profession and for this country to stand by and to allow this to happen. So, to answer your question, sir, if there's any truth and justice still available, this should be the end. Thank you.
Okay.